Anxiety is one of our most ancient and fundamental emotions. You could argue that anxiety has kept us as a species alive because anxiety is an anticipation of threat. It is a response to a perceived threat. And what happens with us is when we work in extremely uncertain and scary times, when we've been through a terrifying global pandemic, when our country seems to not make sense anymore for many of us, and when work demands and financial demands are more intense than ever, we feel in a constant state of threat. The future doesn't feel good. We're anticipating something bad. And of course, we bring stories with us. We bring our past hurts and maybe even our natural proclivity to feeling anxious. So anxiety is extremely common and it's extremely normal right now.
So to your point, this is our brain doing its job. How do we help people modulate the thing that keeps us safe and alive with not throwing us over on the other side of such anxiety that we can't function effectively?
I think that's the issue, right? And that's what the book is really about. Anxiety, like all of mental health, exists on a spectrum, right? And at the lower end of the spectrum is clinical anxiety disorders, right? And that is when you are feeling like your anxiety is getting in the way of living your life, right? Maybe you're having panic attacks. Maybe you are having phobias. Maybe you can't see people or leave your room or do your job. And if that's you right now, I really, really ask you to please try to get professional help. The good news is that because anxiety is so common, there are great treatments for it. And in the middle is the moderate anxiety that most of us feel right now, which we talked about, which is like, oh my God, what is going on? Am I even going to have a job tomorrow? Right? Am I going to be the next one? Am I good enough? All these feelings that happen to us. And at the far end of the spectrum is what neuroscientists call good anxiety. And not only has anxiety kept us alive, anxiety motivates us. If we learn, we can capture the energy, the focus, the drive that anxiety provides, and we can use it. And that takes work and it takes skill. So I think it's really important for people to understand the full spectrum of anxiety and to understand that various treatments are out there no matter how your anxiety shows up.